Back in 1963, a man living in the Nevşehir province of Turkey decided that his home was in need of some renovating. He wanted to extend his house, and so he began the renovation process. However, he had no ideas the secrets that were soon awaiting him. In order to extend his home, the man knew that he would have to knock down one of his home's walls. So he began to dig out a part of the stone in his home to make room for it to be torn down. However, he soon noticed something strange. As the man began to dig through the stone, he came across an odd discovery. There seemed to be an unexpected space right behind the wall. The man had no idea that there would already be a space there. The man quickly stepped in to see what the space was all about. He soon realized that there was more than 300,000 square feet of space. He had no idea he had just discovered one of the largest underground caves in the world. Located right in the center of Turkey, in the region best known as Cappadocia, this underground city is located in the modern town of Derinkuyu. The man was completely shocked by his discovery, as he had no idea what was lurking beyond his walls. He knew he had to tell people about his discovery. Surprisingly enough, the man's discovery isn't as strange as you would think. For centuries, humans living in particularly harsh climates have been known to live underground. This is particularly helpful if you live in a very hot and sunny area. As soon as the man notified people of his discovery, archaeologists wanted to investigate the underground city. Soon enough, it became an area that would become explored by those looking to better understand the underground dwellings of ancient people. Cappadocia has already been known for having a variety of underground dwellings. However, the man had no idea that he was living right on top of one. It seems that this particular underground city had been hidden for centuries. Archaeologists soon discovered an extensive and elaborate system of underground entrances, ventilation shafts, wells, and connecting passageways. They were blown away by how intricate the city was and how greatly planned it was. It was a mind-blowing discovery. Cappadocia has over 200 known underground cities of various sizes. However, what makes this one unique is just how deep underground it went. Archaeologists were shocked by how deep into the ground this ancient city went. Although Derinkuyu isn't the absolute largest or oldest underground city, it is by far the deepest one. The city goes 18 stories deep into the ground. Everyone was amazed that the ancient people who built the city were able to craft something so masterfully. And investigating and exploring the underground city, archaeologists have come up with some theories about the origin of the city. Many believe that the underground cave is the work of the Frisian people, one of the many sea peoples that invaded the Aegean and Turkish areas. This all would have occurred between the 7th and 8th centuries BC. Many ancient texts from that area mention the Frisian people, and that's why this theory is held up. However, there are other researchers who do not agree with this theory. In fact, there are others who believe that the subterranean city is actually much older. Some archaeologists actually believe that the cave was created during the Hittite period. This would mean that they were crafted 500 years before the Frisian people ever showed up. However, regardless of who built the caves, they are something to marvel at. Whoever it was that built these vast underground cities, they had to have been highly intelligent. The caves were built in a fashion to support each story, and they were highly functional. In fact, archaeologists were shocked by how well they would have supported life. The underground city had access to fresh flowing water, as wells inside were not connected to the surface. This also prevented their water supplies from getting poisoned by enemies or natural disasters. There were also individual rooms and communal areas. So what would be the reasoning behind building such a crafty underground city? Well, many researchers believe that the biggest reason could have been safety. An underground city is a great defensive strategy. Another reason would of course be defense against unexpected weather patterns. Underground dwellings would prevent you from being a victim of harsh heat, rain, or snow. This underground cave truly speaks of the intelligence of the ancient people. Security was also essential to the people who built these underground cities. The entrances into the city were built in high places and hidden quite well. They also created tunnels and stairwells that could only fit one person at a time. The discovery of this underground city is one that's incredibly important to understand the way ancient people lived. Through one Turkish man's accidental discovery, researchers have been able to see into a world that they never knew existed.